Hey ladies. So today I am 16 weeks and 5 days pregnant. Uh, I also apologize if my phone is shakier than usual. My hand is in a very awkward position right now. So I wanted to do my 15 and 16 week update before I turned 17 weeks. I know I didn't do one last week. I've been busy. We've been putting our house together, painting our room, cleaning, doing a lot around the house, and frankly, I don't know, haven't really felt up for doing a video. Just nothing bad has happened. Just that wasn't really on my mind. So I will start off. Oh, yeah, I think one person viewed it. I actually, at the beginning of this week, did film a 15 and 16 week update. It was really long, so it had to be in two parts, and for some reason this second video didn't upload, so I just deleted the first one. But I was kind of in like a bummer mood that day anyway, so hopefully this one's a little bit more uplifting. So, 15 weeks, he was the size of a navel orange, and this week he is the size of an avocado. In a couple days, I believe he'll get to the size of an onion, a large onion. So he's growing. 15 weeks. Let's see, what was I feeling? I didn't really write down what I was feeling in 15 weeks. My symptoms haven't changed too much. They've been pretty much the same off and on. So, one thing that I started, I think, getting last week, the end of 15 weeks, cramp-like feelings, more like a singular cramp that I'll get. And it's not really painful, just kind of uncomfortable. I'll get one, it'll go away. But it'll happen usually a couple times a day. I have seen my obstetrician since then, and they're not at all concerned. My cervix is closed and very long, so everything's looking good there. And I am not nauseous anymore. I'm having terrible problems with my allergies. They are getting worse than they were. So my sinuses are back to just being absolute crap, as you can see, which is really frustrating. I'm getting off and on headaches just from my sinuses. Not very often, but if I'm really congested, yeah, it's giving me kind of crappy headaches. I'm having also last week and this week. Last week was more breast tenderness, and this week I'm having a lot of nipple pain. It's almost like a burning sensation that'll just happen, and it hurts to even just brush against my nipples. It's really uncomfortable. And they are also getting a little bit bigger, a little bit darker this week. And my belly is growing. It's very obvious that I'm pregnant, as it was last week, as I've mentioned, and now it's there, which is fun and nice. Also, this week, I have pregnancy brain. There you go, obviously. No, I really do. I'm having horrible pregnancy brain the last 2 weeks. And it's to the point of sometimes it's just, it's embarrassing. But this kid is just taking my resources, man. My appetite is growing this week. Last week it was about the same. Week 16, I've been having a bigger appetite. Not where I'm ravenous, but I'm able to eat a decent amount. And I've also, earlier this week, I was kind of just, I don't know, feeling a little bit bummed for some reason. I don't really know why. My hormone levels are really off the charts right now. And I'm finding myself just crying over things. Not sad things, though. Um, really sentimental things. I'll just start tearing up. Not weeping, but tearing up and tearing up and tearing up when something is really sweet or when I'm touched by it. Oh God, I watched this movie last night and I think I cried all throughout the movie. It's not a particularly sentimental movie. It's a little bit, but oh man. So, I've become really sentimental. I'm really happy and appreciative the rest of week 16. It's been really nice. I've been really grateful for my husband and the life that we have, and I'm feeling really happy. I'm also coming with that because I'm so happy and because things are going so well right now and that we're not having any trouble. There's not any drama in the pregnancy. I got a little bit of anxiety last night all of a sudden because, oh man, I don't want to be one of those women that has something bad happen later on in the pregnancy where you think everything's fine. I don't know if these are just normal things. If anybody watching this has, previously had a child and had the same feelings, but man, I just want everything to go well. So that's pretty much the only side effects I'm having this week. And the beginning of this week, I did go to my OB. I had my 16-week just meeting, and I had an ultrasound just to look at the baby and basically see if the clot was still there, which I'm fine with looking for that because I get to see my son. So I have not spotted now for, it'll be 2 weeks on Tuesday. So 2.5 weeks I have not spotted. And when I went in there, I was positive that this clot was going to be gone and everything was going to be good, and the clot's still there. So I was bummed about that. I thought that, that wasn't going to be an issue. It's fine. I mean, there's no even dark area on the ultrasound. It's all old, coagulated, clotted blood. There's absolutely no new bleeds. There's no fresh blood. There's nothing in there. It has gotten decently smaller, and it is sitting right on top of my cervix. So in terms of the placement of where my clot could be, it really couldn't get any better because if my body chooses to expel it, it's right there. So it's not harming the baby at all. It's below him. He's looking great. He's measuring right on target. We didn't get a profile picture this time. The ultrasound tech wasn't that nice and didn't really seem like she knew what she was doing in terms of getting pictures and stuff. So we got a creepy skeleton picture since it just shows, the skull when you see the face, all the bones. But yeah, it looks great. They didn't say anything about my amniotic fluid, so I'm assuming that, everything is still normal and hasn't gotten smaller. The gestational sac hasn't gotten smaller again. He wasn't quite as active during that ultrasound as the last one. I have been feeling him move for a couple weeks now, and some days I won't really feel anything, and now I usually feel at least something a couple times a day, but some days, I just feel him all day, every day, just, which is a lot of fun. I read apparently in week 17 that you can possibly feel them hiccup, so I'm hoping that that happens because every single time that we've seen him on an ultrasound when he's been big enough, he's had the hiccups, so I have a good chance with that. Let's see. And I mentioned in my last video that obviously I took down that I had a UTI, or they said bladder infection, but it's the same thing. And I didn't even know. There was no burning accompanying it. It was basically I just had a little bit of pressure when I was urinating. So I still have a little bit of pressure off and on after the round of antibiotics. So I actually went to the lab a couple days ago instead of just the OBGYN center. And so they're going to do a full screening on that. I got my blood taken for spina bifida. What's what else? I got my blood taken to check my levels of my medication again. The labs keep messing up. They only took the levels of one of my epilepsy medications, not both. And as I stated in previous videos, before IVF, now I was 500 milligrams lower. We upped it by 100 during IVF because of the estrogen in my blood. It lowers the effectiveness. Now, since then, we've upped it 400 officially. So we upped it 200 milligrams the last time when I said it was at 4.3 or 4.8 therapeutic level, when during pregnancy sorry, my boobs are just showing here. They want my therapeutic level to be between 10 and 15. So that's way too low. So, upped it an entire pill, 200 milligrams. And so they took my blood, and immediately when I went into the office the other day, my neurologist said, "So, are you taking your medicine religiously?" I said, "Well, I even take it the same time every day." It only went from a 4.3 or 4.8 to a 5.8. So they upped it another 200 milligrams. So I am currently at 1,000 milligrams of Lamictal a day. Only 100 of my second one, which we took the levels for. So I don't think that it would do anything to the baby at this point because he's already developed everything. It's just getting better. And I'm on the safest medications. The only thing it can really cause is cleft lip, cleft palate, things like that, which isn't a big deal to me because they can be fixed very easily. And the chances are still very low. So we'll see what happens with my 20-week screening, because I'll find out then if there's been any damage done. Hoping not. Thankfully, I've been on the new dose for 2 days, and I haven't felt any side effects from it yet. Maybe it's making me a little bit more tired at night, but I'm just taking it. She's having me take the 200 just at night so that I won't feel anything, hopefully, from it. Really praying that it won't have to be upped that much more throughout the rest of my pregnancy. I don't see that happening since I'm not even quite halfway through. So we'll see. I mean, at least I can be grateful that my doctors are communicating and really, working to keep me on track with my medication levels so that I don't have a seizure, and I haven't had any seizures so far. So I know a lot of women with epilepsy that are pregnant have their seizure activity increased. I've heard about it. I've heard it spoken just so nonchalantly about having a grand mal seizure once a week. And I can't even imagine the stress that would create for me. So that's something that I should be very grateful for. And a pill a night, I guess, is, not too bad to prevent that. I think that's the only updates I have right now. I'm excited that I'm hitting that halfway point. Actually, at 20 weeks, it'll be a little bit over halfway. If I have not given birth by 39 weeks, they will induce me because of my medication. They don't want any high amounts going in his system that have to be there. So I'll have 19 weeks left at that point. And I'll be having a baby shower here in, I don't know, month and a half. People are actually coming to visit me in Colorado and travel out here, so it's pretty special. So yeah, I'm happy over here. I will make an update for week 17. Hopefully things keep going smoothly and are extremely uneventful. Oh, I do start, last week it was canceled. My husband and I do start our hypnobirthing class tonight, and the teacher is a doula, so we're meeting with her, and she will possibly become our new doula. So that's really exciting, and we'll see how that goes. But good luck to everybody still trying IVF or just the TTC community. And if you're pregnant, I hope that there's absolutely nothing eventful going on. Bye, guys.